10 top-rated tourist attractions in Switzerland. For ravishing alpine scenery and quaint villages oozing storybook charm, it's hard to beat Switzerland. The soaring snow-capped peaks of the Alps, glittering blue lakes, emerald valleys, glaciers, and picturesque lakeside hamlets imbue this landlocked nation with a fairy tale beauty. Snuggled amid the mountain valleys and lakes lie world-class international resorts and a long list of things to do, including hiking, biking, climbing, paragliding, skiing, and tobogganing. Travelers come here for jaw-dropping scenery but are charmed by the many cultural attractions. Steeped in history, cities such as Zurich, Geneva, and Lausanne offer excellent museums and galleries, historic buildings, and renowned music festivals. The capital is Bern with a stunning medieval old town hugging the crook of a river. Germany, Italy, Austria, and France border Switzerland, and their languages and customs infuse this country with a multicultural sophistication. From the Italian architecture of palm-studded Ticino to the dialects of Swiss German and Latin-derived Romansh, Switzerland can sometimes feel like several countries in one, yet all with the slick packaging and punctuality for which it is famous. Plan your trip and explore the best sites with our list of the top tourist attractions in Switzerland. The Matterhorn. The Matterhorn, Switzerland's iconic pointed peak, is one of the highest mountains in the Alps. On the border with Italy, this legendary peak rises to 4,478 meters, and its 4 steep faces lie in the direction of the compass points. The first summiting in 1865 ended tragically when 4 climbers fell to their death during the descent. Today, thousands of experienced climbers come here each summer. At the foot of this mighty peak, lies the charming village of Zermatt, a top international resort with horse-drawn carriage rides, quaint chalets, and world-class restaurants and hotels. To preserve the air quality and peaceful ambience, motorized vehicles are banned in the village. In the winter, skiers can shush down more than 300 kilometers of slopes. In the summer, swimming and tennis are popular pursuits as well as hiking, biking, and climbing in the surrounding mountains. Summer glacier skiing is also available. 2. Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe. One of the most popular things to do in the beautiful Bernese Oberland is the train journey to Jungfraujoch, the top of Europe, with an observation terrace and scientific observatory perched at 3,454 meters. The longest glacier in Europe, the Great Lech Glacier, begins at Jungfraujoch, and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The famous Eiger Trail from the Eiger Glacier Station to Alpiglen clings to the rocks at the foot of the north face. Other popular walks include Panorama Way to the sunny, south-facing first slope, the Gletskirchlut, Glacier Gorge, and Opfeldtjuchlewag, the high-altitude trail from Holenstein to Brandegg through fields of flowers, alpine pastures, and woodlands. The less active can ride gondolas and cable cars to scenic viewpoints over the Lauterbrunnen Valley. Picturesque Grindelwald is a glacier village in the Jungfrau region, which makes a great base for adventures into the surrounding mountains. It nestles at the base of snow-cloaked mountains and is one of Switzerland's oldest and most popular resorts. Towering above this alpine valley is the tiara-shaped Wetterhorn and the sheer north face of the Eiger, one of the planet's most dramatic and difficult climbs. Between the mountains lie Grindelwald's 2 glinting glaciers. For the best views, Fallhorn, at 2,681 meters, offers breathtaking panoramas of the giant peaks. 3. Interlaken. Nestled between Lake Thun to the west and Lake Brienz to the east, Interlaken is one of Switzerland's most popular summer holiday resorts. In the center of town, Hohermatt is a marvel of urban planning with 35 acres of open space. Flower gardens, hotels, and cafes surround the Hochhuid, the main boulevard through here, with breathtaking vistas of the mountains. The mighty peaks of the Eiger, Munch, and Jungfrau tower above the town, providing excellent opportunities for alpine adventures. Hiking, climbing, abseiling, and kayaking are prime pursuits. More than 45 mountain railways, cable cars, chairlifts, and ski lifts transport visitors into the surrounding countryside and offer plenty of chances for sightseeing from up above. In the winter, skiers and snowboarders can take their pick from the surrounding resorts and cross-country ski along the extensive trail network. In the summer, paragliders launch from Beatenberg Niederhorn. To admire the scenery from lower elevations, hop aboard a paddle steamer for a cruise around the lakes. 4. Lucerne. Imagine a sparkling blue lake surrounded by mountains, a car-free medieval old town, covered bridges, waterfront promenades, frescoed historic buildings, and sun-splashed plazas with bubbling fountains. No wonder Lucerne, in German, Lucerne, is a top spot for tourists. Famed for its music concerts, this quintessential Swiss town lures renowned soloists, conductors, and orchestras to its annual International Music Festival. The Culture and Convention Center is home to one of the world's leading concert halls. One of the city's most famous landmarks is the Chapel Bridge, built in the 14th century. In a small park, lies the famous Lion Monument, a poignant sculpture of a dying lion, which honors the heroic death of Swiss guards during the attack on the Tuileries in the French Revolution. History buffs will enjoy the Swiss Transport Museum with extensive exhibits on all forms of transport, including air and space travel, railroad locomotives, and a planetarium. For beautiful views of Lucerne, the Alps, and the lake, ride the funicular to the Dietzscheberg on the north side of Lake Lucerne, cruise up Mount Pilatus on the cableway, or head to the Rigi, a famous lookout point. 5. Chateau de Chian, Montreux. On the shores of Lake Geneva, near Montreux, the Chateau de Chian Castle, has inspired artists and writers for centuries. Lord Byron, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, and Victor Hugo are among the luminaries who have written about this architectural treasure. Once the stronghold of the Counts and Dukes of Savoy from the 12th century, the complex encompasses about 25 buildings clustered around 3 courtyards. Highlights include the Great Halls, with magnificent views of Lake Geneva, the Gothic underground rooms, the chapel, adorned with 14th century paintings, and the Camera Domini, a bedroom occupied by the Duke of Savoy decorated with medieval murals.